Hey there, I'm doing an episode. I got a request to ask for more information about my kitchen setup. So I'm going to kind of walk you through what we purchased for our trip. This is my third RV, so I learned some stuff from the first two of what to do and what not to do from a kitchen standpoint. So let me just walk through the essentials. So we have a convection oven, which acts as a microwave and an oven. So there's not an oven here. But the convection to me doesn't make things as toasty as I would like. So I love my Ninja. And it stays on the counter. We don't have to take it off. We've got this grip here below. And we use that predominantly as our oven and fryer because it has an air fryer as well. So that is a key device that I use in my kitchen. So up top, we have no glass. You'll see that we have no glass in our kitchen whatsoever. I'd highly recommend not using glass of any kind. So I have a few essentials. I use these really sturdy plastic plates. They're microwavable. They don't break. Those are super handy. And on dry docking days, I do not do any dishes whatsoever. I just try to use paperware so we don't have to use water to fill up our tank. I have Yeti cups for everything, wine, coffee. They're very durable. They keep things warm and cold. I have just a real simple cutting board and some microwavable collapsible bowls. I love these things. These are, you only really need two for mixing or whatever, but I love those, and they're super light and they don't take up a lot of space. I have a sandwich maker, which is absolutely key for your RV to make lunches on the road. It makes a great grilled cheese. So that's kind of the cabinet. I love these, by the way. I can't say enough good things about these measuring cups. They're made out of silicone, so you can heat and make sauces in the microwave, and you've got kind of 3 different sizes. They act great as like to pour things. I use these constantly for every kind of cooking that I do. And for the silverware, I've got a little bit of everything. I use mostly wooden products so things don't get hot, and silicone. I try to avoid metal utensils and appliances for cooking because they scrape the pans that I use. And I have, of course, I had to bring my Cutco collection from home. I love those knives. I'm a huge fan of Cutco's. They're the best knife, and if you have any issues, you can send them back. They'll send you a brand new one, lifetime. I have these. I get a lot of compliments on these. These are collapsible Tupperware containers. I use them for everything. You can freeze them. You can even bake in them. So if you want to make a little tiny lasagna or you know, some kind of dish, you can stick those in the oven. So they have so many dual purposes to them that I really like. So you can bake, store, and treat them like Tupperware colanders and things like that. So I have a really nice collection of these silicone containers. They're expensive. For a set, it could be like $50 for 3, but they're worth it. You'll get your money's worth. And then I have some various things down here. I have a little tea kettle, you know, rags and towels and things like that. In the top drawer, I have kind of all my spices. I'm a big cook. I cook all the time, so I'm all about spices. This is kind of my spice drawer. I'm always buying new spices and trying new recipes, which I'll do some videos on some of the recipes. But one thing I wanted to shout out is these pans. So I use an induction that I keep in the microwave here. And it's just a simple induction. I use New Wave, which was highly recommended by the RV community, and they were not wrong. It's awesome. And I use these magma pots that are self-contained nesting pots. So you can use this, see this here, and hook it onto the pan. to cook with. And I have various sizes of bowls and pots. And they nest, they don't take up a lot of room, and that's all the pots that I have. So it makes it really nice to cook with, and they don't take up a lot of space. The pots are heavy, but they're durable. You know they're gonna last. And then I just have one cast iron, a couple cast iron pans, and just a simple baking sheet. That's really all I need in here. But let's talk about appliances. You're gonna have to have appliances on the road for various reasons, and I store them all kind of under here. So I have my Keurig that I get out. I don't drink coffee every morning. I'll have a cold frap or something every now and then, but when I want a wonderful cup of coffee on a Sunday morning, I have a very small version of the Keurig in here. Something essential that I didn't think I was gonna really need is an ice maker. And we bought this ice maker. It's been quite useful to make ice, and it makes ice pretty quick. I like it. The ice cubes are kind of small. It kind of makes it nice. But I think the ice maker is essential. Because you're going to need ice, and everywhere you go doesn't always have ice, and this will whip out ice for you in about 20 minutes, and that's a nice handy feature. So the other key item that I use constantly is the Instapot, and I have the smallest version of the Instapot, which makes, you know, chili for 4, a couple days left over for chili, and that's essential. And I also have this mini fry pan that I use sometimes for making omelets or eggs in the morning. It's real simple to use to make grilled cheeses, things like that. So those are just kind of my appliances. This particular RV has lots of storage for pantry. So we've got a pretty sizable pantry. That's just the top of the pantry. So I've got a lot of stuff packed in there. And then there's a bottom pantry as well. So lots of room. And that's just one side of the pantry. There's another pantry here where we keep snacks for during the day, because when the RV slide out comes in, this whole side of the pantry is blocked off, so you can't get food out. So these are just kind of our snacks. Actually, the goldfishes are Jackson's snacks for when we're on the road. I should have left those with them in the dorm. And then there's another bottom. This is where we keep all our protein shakes and our oatmeal for our morning breakfast. For the refrigerator, we kind of keep this stocked. We're always kind of near somewhere where we can always stock refrigerator stuff. But this is just not a big deal. It's a refrigerator. So on the freezer side, when we prep for the road, we go to Costco and we buy a big thing of salmon, filet, chicken, pork, and we individually package them and, you know, serve in like a single serve or a two-person serve. So that doesn't take up a lot of room in the fridge, but we've got enough meat for a couple of weeks worth of cooking. So that's very helpful, and you'll spend a lot less money on your meat and going out to dinner by doing that. So I hope that helped. That's still an overview of our kitchen. And John can tell you whether or not he likes my meals.
I love your meals.
All right, bye folks.